Hi, my dear lovely students. How are you? How's your vocabulary building going on? I hope you're adding new words every day in your kitty. I hope you're working very, very hard. So, we are going to continue with a very special vocabulary of Christmas as special series curated to help you learn words pertaining to Christmas. And the best part is all the words are so beautiful, positive, right? Add charm to life, bring a lot of happiness, right? So today we are going to learn the words that start with letter Q and R. So Santa is carrying lot of words and we are going to open his bag and see what are the words that should we learn pertaining to letter Q and R. So let's get started. Before we begin, please use the share button and invite all your friends for our special Fundoo class where we are going to have a lot of fun and we are going to learn a lot. So wow, what a wonderful combination, and fun and learning going hand in hand. So the more the merrier. Please invite your friends, please invite your cousins, please invite your buddies, please invite your neighbors so that we can all learn together. And those of you who don't know me, my name is Juhi Narula. I have 12 years of experience in training students for various competitive exams. I also happen to be a life skills coach and a content creator. I've done my bachelor's in technology and master's in business administration. So my name is Juhi Narula, right? So let's move to the first word of the day. So what can we gather? So there is Santa, and then there is this bird that we can see. So what is this word? Let's quickly explore that. So word is quail. So quail is a tiny short-tailed bird, usually characterized by brown camouflage plumage. Can you see? That's what the picture shows. So it's a small bird, right? So the tiny bird is often served roasted as an alternative to the traditional roast turkey. So what happens is there's a tradition to make turkey during the time of Christmas. So as an alternative to the traditionally roast turkey, people use this particular bird to roast and serve during Christmas time. So that is the reason we are especially doing. You must be wondering why are we learning a name of a bird here in this session? What is it pertaining to Christmas? So the relevance comes that instead of presenting traditional roast turkey, people use quail as roasted quail as an alternative to it, right? So that's how we relate quail with Christmas. So I'm sure you are sorted now. What are we going to do? We're going to make a sentence, right? So please make a sentence if you have understood the usage. So quail is a tiny short-tailed bird, and usually it is roasted and presented for Christmas dinners as an alternative to traditional roast turkey. Right, turkey is another bird that's roasted. I'm sure you must have seen a lot of, a lot of, a series, web series have this particular scene that it is a Christmas time when turkey is being roasted and presented in the Thanksgiving dinners or, in during the time of Christmas celebration, right? So I am sure you're clear with the word. So let's move to the next word. So what is the next word today? Oh, this is such a pleasant, charming woman, right? Can you see the grace? Such a beautiful, beautiful picture and an elegance to the personality that we can see. So let's see what is the word. The word is quaint. Quaint means attractive, old-fashioned, and charming. So women has got some charm and it's some magic, right? So a lot of attraction to the personality. It might be old fashioned, that means it's not the most recent fashion that you can see in dressing, but still it leaves an impact. It attracts, it brings charm, right? So that's the word, and we have made a beautiful sentence, quaint Mrs. Jones. So this is basically a modifier. So modifiers are words that explain, right? So this is I'll just explain it to you. So, I'm sure you must be aware of the term modifier in case you are not. So, modifier is a grammatical term, and these are so modifier is either a word or group of words. So, it can be group of words also that function like adjectives or adverbs, that work like adjectives or adverbs. That means they tell you the quality. of nouns, pronouns, verbs, adverbs, or adjectives. So if you're going to see, quaint is placed before Mrs. Jones and it is touching Mrs. Jones. Like we say, hot burger. Okay, if we make us if make a phrase, so hot is burger, right? So burger is hot. So quaint, so who's quaint? Mrs. Jones is quaint. She was such an adorable. So adorable, we mean affectionate, who's full of love, right? Very warm, very affectionate, amiable, right? So that's what we mean by the word quaint. I hope we are clear with the meaning. Lovely, lovely word. So you can, I'm sure you can associate quaint with some of your aunt or your mother or your grandma, or any relative, or any, anybody around you whom you find attractive, old fashioned, yet very charming. So please make a beautiful sentence on this word, and then we are going to move to the next one. Everybody, please start doing it. I really like this image. It's so full of grace, right? Beautiful eyes and lovely dress and such elegance in carrying the flowers, right? So, quaint is the word, right? So, means attractive, old fashioned, and charming. So, that's what we mean, right? So, I hope we are sorted with the word. We have come up with, students have come up with some lovely, lovely sentences, and that's very, very encouraging. Let's move to the next word. So, what is this? I am such a foodie that I would bring in all the pictures of cakes and pies, and I would ensure that we learn all the words which are pertaining to, food, especially meant for Christmas series. So, this again looks like a tempting dish. So, let's explore what is this. This is quince pie. Okay, so quince is a fruit of an Asian tree. So it's a fruit, and which is used to make pies, especially for Christmas. Right. So quince pie is a pie, which is a sort of a dessert, a set sort of a cake, which is made by an Asian fruit of an Asian tree. So quince is the name of the tree, of the fruit, and you use quince to make a pie. So that's how the term comes, quince pie. So quince is a fruit of an Asian tree which is used in making pie for special holidays like Christmas. So again, all these words have a flavor of Christmas, right? And that's how we are learning it at this point of time, because I'm sure you must be attending a lot of get-togethers, or you must be seeing, your friends going for some events, or you invited for the Christmas party. So if somebody serves you quince pie, you should know, right? Or maybe if you go to a holiday abroad during Christmas time, or you during festivals, you will see quince pies being served to you. So you should know, or you should go and ask for quince pie. So it would be having a very nice tangy flavor, and I'm sure you're going to love it, right? So that's what we mean by this term, quince pie, very much pertaining to Christmas. So the terminology is Christmas special. So is the word. So I hope we are clear with this word quince pie, everybody. So you can make some other statement, make sentences, students. No matter you find the word very simple, or you see that not a lot of experimentation is possible. So why do we make a sentence? But go ahead, believe me on this, that the more sentences you're going to make, the effectiveness will increase, your vocabulary will become stronger, and you'll become wiser, right? So that's what we want ultimately. Why are we doing the sessions? We are doing the sessions because when we go further to higher classes, when we go in our 11th and 12th, and we plan to go for IP MAT, which is an exam which takes you to IIMs to pursue your 5 years course right after 12th standard. Or if you would want to become a lawyer and you would want to give a law entrance exam, or maybe at some stage of time you would want to become a civil servant, or you would want to work in a bank, or you would want to join government services, right? If you would want to go abroad to pursue your studies, you would be wanting a strong vocabulary base. And this cannot happen overnight. If you feel that you're going to learn so many words around, you might be knowing 100 people, might be there who might be knowing 1,000 people, might be there who might be knowing 10,000. So actually you're competing with students from the country. And if you're planning to go for SAT, which is for your undergraduation, for which you appear in 11th or 12th, you would be competing with students around the world for prestigious Ivy League universities. And for that you need to have a strong word base. And if you think that you can develop that vocabulary base in the later stage of your life, life, that would not be possible, right? So that is the reason we are taking small strong steps to move towards our goal, and we are going to make it a habit. It's just not to crack exams. It's become sharper, in your personality, in your behavior. You're going to see the improvement. Now if somebody serves you quince pie, you know what we mean by quince pie, right? You are an aware person, right? So that's the impact of learning, right? So like I said, knowledge has got the power to revolutionize, to change, to bring about great reforms. So that can only happen, reforms not outside, within you, right? You should be a smart person, you should be an aware person, right? So that's what the sessions intend to help you out with. Okay, so I'm sure everybody is clear with the word quince pie. And now let's see what is the next word. So we have gifts coming again. Wow, very exciting. Christmas seasons, the gifts would be there. Quirky means eccentric, right? So which are not regular ones, unconventional, right? So I prefer to give quirky stuff as Christmas presents. So what would I prefer to give as Christmas gift? So recently I got these beautiful pens. I'll show it to you. So these are in reach. These are pens, and these are recyclable. So you can use the pen, and then you can use this pen, and you can sow seeds, and there would be a plant, right? So I got this beautiful diary also, which I'm going to show you. So these are the few gifts that I have bought. So again, this is a plantable notepad. So write your own story, right? Isn't it nice? And see, if you're going to see, it's having the steps. So plant the front or back cover under a thin layer of soil. Keep it moist and give it some sunlight, and shower it with love to welcome your plants in 5 to 10 days. So this is what I'm planning to give this Christmas season. Just wanted to share with you, right? So these are some quirky, centric, unconventional gifts. So I don't believe in giving conventional gifts, chocolates and cakes. I believe in giving something which is quirky, which is exciting, and which is more meaningful, right? So that's how we use the words. I've given you a lot of idea of what quirky stuff means. Now you make a quick sentence on this word quirky before we move to the next word. Everybody, please start doing it. These are beautiful pens, I must tell you this. So these are of various colors. So this one is orange. I've got a purple one, blue one. So nice, nice. I'll tell you the company, right? So this is what I got from a shop nearby. So that this is what we mean by quirky, eccentric, unconventional. That's what we mean. Something which is unconventional. So I'll write it for you. Right? Unconventional, something which is not commonly seen, right? I hope we are clear with the meaning of the word, everybody. So quickly make a sentence, and then we are going to move to the next word. We have some positive sentences coming, interesting sentences coming. Let's wait for a few more sentences before we proceed further. Great, great, great. Wonderful, wonderful. So let's move to the next word. Oh, what's happening? It's again very sweet. Like it's lot. This is a cozy bed and a wonderful quilt that I can see. Is that the word? Let's explore. Yeah, so it's a quilt. So a bed covering that is padded and enclosed between layers of fabric. Very common, right? We must have seen, we must be using these days. So why are we learning quilt then? How is it associated with Christmas? Because there is a special Christmas quilt, which is Christmas themed. So, that's handcrafted. So you would, be putting a Santa on the cover, or, you're going to put some reindeers, or you're going to, put a tree on it, and that's given as a gift. So, if you're going to, so it's very special. It's handcrafted. So people who are very close to you. So what would women do? They would specially handcraft it. Now imagine this. I'm sure you must be using quilts, right? So this is a huge quilt, and the entire cover is customized, right? It is curated, or it's either you do it yourself, you ask some tailor, or some artist to do it for you. So that's handcrafted, which is Christmas themes. It will have Christmas pictures, it will have some patchwork done to make it look beautiful as a special Christmas gift, right? Isn't it so beautiful? So that's what we mean. So it's used during the holiday period, right? Special. So Christmas is so special, you'll make quince pie and you'll have a Christmas special quilt. No, imagine Christmas special quilt, how, nice it would be to use it for the, comfort and for these, chilling winters, right? A cozy quilt, Christmas themed cozy quilt for you, right? The thought is so beautiful, isn't it? So do figure out if you're able to get a Christmas themed quilt for yourself and do let me know from where did you find one, right? So quickly make a sentence. You can make a sentence on quilt, that would also suffice. So please make a sentence and then we are going to move to the next word. Great, great. So we have some lovely sentences coming our way, and that's very heartening. Right? So we have learned so many words. We have learned the word quilt. We have learned the word quail. Quail is a bird that you roast and present instead of traditional turkey. And then quilt, a Christmas special quilt, I've already explained. Then we did talk about quirky, which is eccentric, right? So we've learned so many words pertaining to Christmas that start with letter Q, right? So let's move ahead. But before that, we are going to take a small break, take a tiny, whiny break, and come back. And then we are going to learn a lot of interesting words. So let me know what do you do in your break time, right? I'll stay quiet. I'll just read the interesting comments that are coming my way, and you take a quick break and come back after a minute, and we are going to continue with our series. Everybody, please come back quickly. Fetch a glass of water, do some jumping jacks if you're feeling low on energy, have some dry fruits. You must be so tired of having these instructions every day, isn't it? I know, what do I do? I'm so, I'm your, I'm like, your teachers are like this, right? They come up with a lot of instructions and suggestions. You can't do anything about it. You have to just listen to me, right? So take a quick break and come back, my dear lovely children. We are going to then continue learning our Christmas words, right? So quickly take a tiny, whiny break and join me quickly so that we can continue uh, with the rest of the words in the coming session. Great, great, great. Wonderful, wonderful. So we have students who are joining back, and that's very exciting. That's very heartening to know. Okay, somebody's saying that he had a glass of juice. Kudos to you. That's so good. Wonderful, wonderful. So if you're having healthy food, then that makes me really, really happy. Okay, somebody's saying that she's got some nuts during the break. Very good, very good, 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 good. That's great. That's great. So well done. Clap your hands. That brings a lot of energy. Every time you feel slightly monotonous, you can just rub your hands and put it on your eyes, and you'll feel so relaxed, right? So you can always, whenever you feel tired or whenever you're using your screens too much, so just rub your hands and just put them on your eyes. They're going to have a soothing effect on your eyes, right? So great, great, wonderful, wonderful. Kudos, and let's move to the next word. So what's that next word? Okay. So folded hands, what does that signify? Gratitude. Let's see. Reverence, respect. Okay, so you do that, right? If you meet your uncles or aunts, if you meet your grandparents, you'll always fold your hands, right? To show reverence, to show respect, to show gratitude. Or in front of God, you'll fold your hands, right? To show respect, right? So the congregation paid reverence to Pope. So congregation is a group of worshippers. It comes from the root Greg, which means group. And so the congregation is group of worshippers. Worshippers who are worshippers who pray, right? So paid reverence. Reverence is respect. And who's Pope? Pope is the chief bishop for Christians, right? So we'll say archbishop. So bishop is priest, right? And arch is chief, so the main priest for of Christians, right? So we give the name Pope, right? So the congregation paid reverence to Pope during the time of Christmas. So the youth celebrations that happen in Vatican City. So the congregation of worshippers gather there to celebrate Christmas. Like we would go to Mathura and Vrindavan to celebrate Janmashtami in the same way, right? So the entire congregation paid reverence to Pope. right? So I hope we are clear. Now you can make some beautiful sentences on this word reverence, and then we are going to move to the next word. So everybody, please do that. Please make some beautiful sentences on the word reverence. So we have completed the words that start with letter Q. Now we are moving towards letter R, and we have picked one word that starts with letter R. Right? So let's quickly make some beautiful sentences so that we can further move to the next word. Everybody, please start doing it. Great, great, great. Wonderful, wonderful. So let's move to the next word. Okay, again a desert, right? So what does this word means? Let's think. This is relish. Relish is to enjoy. So everyone relished the chocolate cake Daisy made. So Christmas season, right? So cakes have to be there, and people are going to enjoy the cake. So relishes enjoy. So especially this word is pertaining to food. So usually when it comes to cakes or when it comes to desserts or food, we use this term relish specifically to enjoy food. Right, if you want to be very specific, it's usually used to enjoy food. So write the list of four items that you relished recently. Four food items that you relished recently. I'll also write mine. Okay, so recently I had a plum cake which my friend made. Very delicious, right? And then I had this biscuit pudding. Then I had a red velvet pastry. You must be thinking I'm such a foodie, right? So this we had from a very nice bakery which is near us, Theos, and then I had kheer. So these are the four desserts which I relished recently. You let me know yours, right? I'm very excited and very keen to know, right? So plum cake, biscuit pudding, red velvet pastry, and kheer. So this is something which I relished recently. You let me know what did you relish, right? I'm very excited. I'm very eager to know, right? So especially the term pertaining to food. And what are you going to do? You're going to make a quick sentence. So everybody, please do that. Make a sentence on the word relish. Like I said, it's a very specific term. Usually, you relish food, and make sentence. Great, great. So we have some interesting sentences coming. Right? So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So we are good to go ahead, right? So let's learn the next word. So what's the next word? Oh, we have a reindeer again. Wow. So we are meeting all the reindeers of Santa in our sessions, right? So the name of this reindeer is Rudolph. And Rudolph the reindeer has got a shiny nose, red shiny nose. So usually I always mention say Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. So the nose is red of Rudolph, right? So has a very shining nose. So this is a very famous carol we used to sing in our Christmas celebrations during our school time. So a very specific Christmas term, right? So like we did Prancer. Prancer was also is also one of the Santa's reindeers. So Santa had nine reindeers. So Rudolph and Prancer, and there are others also. So find out the list, right? I've already discussed the list in one of the sessions. So you have to find out in which session did I give you the name of all the reindeers and make a video of it, right? And post it on our app and post it on our Facebook page. And don't forget to use the tag hashtag FundooClass Live. We would be super excited to see your videos, right? Everybody in the team looks forward that what are the interesting videos students are going to make, children are going to present, you're so full of energy and enthusiasm that really brings a lot of joy on our faces, right? So I hope we are clear with the term, very specific term pertaining to Christmas. And now let's see this. So these are two girls, right? So what is the word? Let's guess. Reconciliation. So reconciliation means if there are differences, we try to find a solution, right? Resolution to the problem. So Sally was determined to reconcile her differences with her sister this Christmas. So like I said, the Christmas is the time where people come together, right? So this is the end of the year, New Year is coming, so people would want to enter the new year with a clean heart, with a open heart, with lot of gratitude, right? With lot of positive vibes and spirits. So usually people try to sort out their issues. So reconciliation means you're resolving the issues, you're looking towards the solution. Like the sentence is saying that Sally was determined to reconcile her differences. So she wanted to, make a fresh beginning. She wanted to sort out the problems that were there between her and her sister. So that's how we use the word reconciliation, right? So that's the word resolution. So solution. So right. So resolution is what? A solution. You're looking for some solution, right? Some remedy, right? Some positive way out to overcome the problem, right? So positive word, right? So let's quickly make a beautiful sentence on this word before we proceed further. And what are we going to do? We have learned 9 words, so you are going to let me know 5 words that we have learned so far. Everybody, 5 words we have learned so far. Okay, so let's come with the okay. We have got this word quirky. We have this word quirky that we have learned. Okay, and let's see what are the other words that come our way. Quirky definitely is one word that we have learned. And then we have learned queen spy. Yeah, very good. We have learned that word. Then we did talk about that special Christmas quilt, right? I hope you remember. Right, then we have learned Rudolph. Very good. So Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer and reconciliation, right? So yeah, reconciliation. How can we forget that? So reconciliation. Don't forget the spelling. Spelling is slightly tricky. So you need to see there is one I before L, one I after L, and then this is fine. I think this should also be fine. Here you might mess up. So spellings are also important. I know we are, using whatever work we are doing for writing, we usually use our laptops, and then there are suggestions on word if there is a spelling mistake, and there are tools like Grammarly which really makes our lives easy. But we should still work on spellings, right? So we should ensure that our spellings are proper. We are not messing up with the spellings. I see a lot of times, when we are checking the essays of the students, right? So we'll find a lot of spelling mistakes. We're doing it like, for SAT, when we check students' essays, so we find that there are a lot of spelling mistakes. So because at that point of time, you will not be having these smart tools to help you out to sort your errors. So we have to be very, very careful. Now imagine if you're doing a spelling mistake, a simple spelling, and you go wrong with it. So it leaves a very bad impression, right? And we see students messing up with simple spellings like tomatoes and potatoes. Yeah, that happens. You must be wondering who makes such errors. But yes, students do. Why one E here and one E there, and you are messed up with the word, and that has got a very bad impact, right? You can't go wrong if you're writing an essay and expected to go to Ivy Leagues or top-notch universities of India and abroad, and you make such small petty errors. So that's something which is definitely not appreciated, right? So please pay attention to spellings also. Okay, so now let's move to the next word and see what is that word. Okay, this fellow has again come. So rejoice, fellow is celebrating, right? Look at his dress, a green shirt, and then so a green is a jacket over a blue shirt, right? And then blue socks and red pants, and then a beautiful Santa cap, right? So rejoice is celebration. It's time for Christmas. It's time for celebration. So everyone enjoyed the festivity of Christmas, right? So that's what we mean. So rejoicing is enjoying, celebrating, and that's what Christmas tells us, teaches us, brings happiness, right? Celebrations. This time where we have carnivals and people gather, people enjoy. They go for holidays. The families come over and everybody celebrates. So rejoice, right? So that's what this beautiful word means. Now it's time that you make a beautiful sentence on this word so that we can quickly finish our session. So this is actually the last word for the day. So we have learned beautiful 10 words. I hope you're enjoying the series, right? So I'm really liking the series because there's a lot of positivity in it, a lot of positive vibes. We are just learning the positive words throughout, right? So what are you going to do? You're going to create a list of more such Christmas words and share on our FundooClass mobile app, on our Facebook group and Instagram. And like I said, you are definitely going to use the tag hashtag FundooClass live. Don't forget to use this particular tag. And like I said, I'm super excited to watch your videos. And if you are liking these videos, please do follow me on our FundooClass mobile app. I would be very excited if you join me there, and do leave some interesting comments and let me know how are you finding the sessions. What else would you want me to include in the classes that can contribute to your your communication skills, to your vocabulary base, to your overall improvement in English as a language. Do let me know, right? And I'm super excited to watch your videos. Please, I'm giving you a lot of interesting ideas in between to make videos, so please do make some amazing videos. And we would really love us love to see them. Our entire team would be extremely happy to see some amazing content covering coming from your side, so please don't forget that. And this fellow has again come with instructions. And what are the instructions? That you should keep learning, you should keep revising, try to become a better version of yourself from the previous day, and always be eager, enthusiastic, always have the seeking spirit, so that you learn from everywhere and from anywhere, right? So take good care of yourself. This was such a super exciting and happy session. Thank you so much for your wonderful participation. Kudos to you. A pat on your back. Great job done. So we are going to meet super soon with another letter. Till then, keep working hard, keep revising. All the best. Take care. Bye bye.